it's you. Come on and join us.
Hey, y'all, we have a Hallowed soap today from MacDuff's Soap Company. He's a good boy.
It's a Halloween morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesdays and Saturdays.
We are the Barbershop Duet.
Hey, y'all, come on in. We're so glad to see you. If you happen to be here during one of our live premieres, we'd love to meet you. Join the live chat and meet the Whiff Pack, a cool group of folks from all over the world hanging out. They'd love to meet you, too.
They would. And for our mention, we have it on good authority that MacDuff's is aiming to put out 5 Christmas releases this year. And there is a picture that we saw pop up on Instagram of the first one, Christmas Sky.
Yeah, y'all, that kind of go along with Hallowed Sky. So I think for my birthday this year, it might just have to be a MacDuff's kind of Christmas. We are so excited. And Sean did mention they're going to try super hard to have a recurrence of Bad Santa. You heard it here. So we are so excited for this and for our Hallowed Sky today because I am told it is the first time we have a soap with a set note that is listed as rotten. Y'all, let's meet the soap. All right, y'all. So from the sales page at MacDuffSoapCompany.com.
Step into the haunted embrace of Hallowed Sky, a scent inspired by the essence of Halloween night. As the veil between worlds thins, the unsettling notes of rotting pumpkin flesh and decaying leaves fill the air.
Y'all, rotting pumpkin and decaying leaves. I'm all
scared.
in. I'm all in.
The haunting aroma of aging wood stirs memories of forgotten cellars, while the sweet, unexpected presence of peach and violet thread through the shadows, effortlessly weaving together the more uncomfortable notes of decay.
This wins. This is my favorite sales page of the month.
Yep, winner.
100%. Hallowed Sky continues the Sky series, recalling the magic and mystery of Halloween, a time when decay reveals unexpected beauty and the air hums with the supernatural. Whoa, and Sean's notes. Hallowed Sky is my attempt to make a pumpkin scent that contains 0 spice notes. I went the pumpkin flesh route, and it's quite nice. With the peach, it's not a very heavy scent at all and hovers on the line between the dark and the bright.
Ooh, intriguing!
Y'all, Sean did mention that he might be trolling us a little with the rotten pumpkin, but he might not. So I am very excited to see if we get little wisps of something a little bit gnarly when we open the box.
All right, this could be a trick or a treat, y'all. We don't know.
Do we just buy one from MacDuff's? That's a tiny little box.
It's so cute. Look, it has this little thing on it.
All right, let's see what's in
All
there.
the way from Canada.
Right. Oh, Canada. Oh, buddy, what's this? Sean threw something in there. What is this?
I forgot he mentioned that.
This is the Haunted Cabin wax melts from last year. He knows I am a creature of nostalgia. Oh, Haunted Cabin was fabulous last year. But y'all, Haunted Cabin was his pumpkin spice.
Oh, right.
So it is actually cool to have this on a set today because we can compare his pumpkin spice to his pumpkin no spice with today's offering. Thank you, buddy. That was How did you know these are favorites?
We are literally obsessed with our wax melts. Let me just say, this season, that's going strong.
Wax melts get in your teeth. And they're just fabulously rich.
Okay, this is terrifying. I forgot the label. My friend, look at that.
I know. That is a boy that needs a bath.
His eyes are glowing.
That's what that is. He has zoomies. Look at that. You can tell.
He is up to no good.
Yo, well, let's see how good his nose is and where he can lead us on this Halloween night.
So, if I recall correctly, I think in a message from Sean that he did a few things to this haunted cabin. It's not the normal haunted cabin. It's got a little twist on it.
This is Marcus's haunted cabin?
I think so. And it was written in red just for you. See? It's not, don't put it on the shelf. It's the haunted in the red writing.
I will never melt these wax melts again. And I don't even want to smell them yet because I don't want to ruin my first wax. I will. Oh, buddy.
Maybe for our haunted cabin.
A custom
or,
haunted cabin for me.
Bust that out.
He knows what ghost needs to go in here. He knows it has to be Paul Lind. This is amazing. I think you should go first.
You think? Oh, yes. I was just going to make you go first.
I want to ask you questions about the non-rottenness.
Okay. Oh, look, there's even a moon. It has been a full moon the last, 3 days here. Super bright.
I love how he looks like he's been through the clothes dryer. Look at that.
And he has, a costume on. He's kind of got, a Frankenweenie kind of thing going on.
All right. A little scary,
but bats out there?
I know, right?
Ooh, there's a lot of detail in these labels.
Spooked. Take it in. What do you get?
Okay. The Halloween drop from MacDuff's here. Is it going to be decay? You're going to know by my face real quick.
Dank or not? We'll know in a second, folks.
Is it creepy or
How trolling did Sean get
right?
on that
Is it a
description?
trick or a treat? Oh, it is a beautiful treat.
Ah, Sean! Yeah! So
Okay.
not too much rotten in there.
Yeah,
Huh?
I actually wish that I hadn't read The Peach and Violet because I think it would have been a really cool thing for me to try to figure out how to tell y'all. But they're definitely here. And then
Nice.
you can smell like the pumpkinness that's there,
Right.
but it's not a cooked spice pumpkin.
Oh.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Like, if you think pumpkin spice, like the candles at Target, the whatever, it is not that type of pumpkin.
Right, because that's kind of a boozy, rich pumpkin
Right?
soup kind of a pumpkin kind of thing. Pumpkin
it-
pie, right?
Right, but it's almost like without the spice. He's totally right. It's like the fruity side of the pumpkin.
Well, y'all, I love that because A, pumpkin is a fruit. It has seeds.
Mm-hmm.
2, when you crack open your jack-o'-lantern for the first time and you get that beautiful pumpkin-y, squashy,
Mm-hmm.
natural, autumny whiff among all those little strings and vines and
Mm-hmm.
seeds.
That freshness is here.
Shut up.
I am not kidding.
Ooh, yeah, what's in there? Do you get the peach and stuff?
Yes, they are perfect friends. Like it's funny. I didn't realize that they were separate scents because in here they
Right.
blend so well. It's almost impossible to pull them apart.
Right.
Like the scent, it's somehow still considered a gourmand, but it's not an edible gourmand. Like I would say it's more like the fresh fruit salad version.
Like the wax food at the Japanese restaurant? A non-gourmand gourmand. Well, if
It's
anybody's
made
going to
with
pull that
real
off, Sean would. I
fruit,
think.
so you know
Right,
it's
right.
real. But it's not. It hasn't been like cooked and creamed and add spices and
right.
like dollied up. It's just sweet on its own.
Well, Sean has that beautiful way of adding gourmand edges to even things like lost cherry. So I'm kind of not surprised that there's a little bit of gourmandy stuff hiding.
So I know you
here.
mentioned pumpkin seeds,
Right.
And
Oh.
if you could make pumpkin seeds into a type of wood, I'm getting that as well. I don't know how that's
She's
happening.
getting wood. Y'all, pumpkin seed. My mom used to roast them.
Yeah,
when
so
we
they're
would make
not
our pumpkins,
roasted.
right?
These
They're
are raw.
Beautiful. They eat salty right out of the
You know,
oven.
I
on
want a
Halloween
bite
night.
now.
So not a spice.
Not a spice.
Mission accomplished.
But it's funny. I thought I would miss it, and the way that this scent is made, it's not necessary. It has a wonderful type of scent on its own.
Well, sometimes when there's an improvement, you don't want to go back home again. Okay, hold on a second.
And there's something about the peach and the florals that I want to bust out for spring or summer. Like, I don't want to just use this on Halloween night. Let me just say.
Hey.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, since we are opening it on October 19th, that gives
That's
us
true.
11
We got a
days
little
until
time.
Halloween. So hey, if this could be something you could use all year, even better. Okay, hold on a second.
If you had to make Halloween pretty and fun and bright, I feel like this could go in that category.
Y'all, this is Beetlejuice right here out of the container. Okay, here
Okay.
we go. Let's see what we get.
It's not green like Beetlejuice. This is-
Stop. I'm going to shake and clap.
Oh yeah, gotta shake it. Wait for the Marcus face, because I don't think he's ready.
Whoa. Well,
Right?
yeah, I didn't think like the sweets and the florals would almost be equal to the pumpkin stuff going on.
Yes, they are all cohesively matching.
But they are like an autumn warm flower. Mm-hmm. Whoa. Y'all, hold on. This is like Alice in Wonderland. Like
yeah, that's a good way to put it.
kind of flower going on in this. Hold on, Kate. Now I got to go find the pumpkin because
Yes.
my nose just went right for those. Flowers.
Yeah, that's why I was saying if I hadn't read it, I think that would have been a better face.
Whoa. Y'all, I think part of Sean's talent is being able to smell two things that aren't necessarily that related, but there's going to be a note inside of them that's identical. So that your nose, when it finds that note, it isn't sure which way to go because it's in both. So I'm kind of finding that it can go right into like the veggie place of like the pumpkin and stuff, or it can kind of go from here into the florals. And there is something common between the two.
Yes.
So that your nose like has a home base, but like florals. You see that label? Beguiling.
I think he put
y'all.
us under a little
I
trick or
love
treat
this.
action,
Well,
you know?
Hold on.
But if you had to find the pretty bright sides, like to
right.
balance out the scary of the season,
Well, and if you have to do pumpkin spice
Yep.
without the spice, to do it with some beautiful, luscious
Mm-hmm.
summer fruits and florals is kind of a troll in and of itself.
Right.
Because you're using summer stuff to then kind of have it take on an autumn sense and then sort of segue into a pumpkin-y
Mm-hmm.
thing.
well, if you look at the
Oh.
color of a peach and a pumpkin,
Right.
they're not too far off. So I can see where his mind maybe put those together, but I didn't think they'd smell so good together.
And the other cool thing about autumn is autumn's really a time of harvest.
Ah,
so like
true.
a lot of that beauty is in here too, along with the scary stuff. Like,
Right?
I'd say 2/3, 3/4 the beauty of autumn, and the rest of it's kind of the scary part of Halloween.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because this is like
Y'all.
pie season, like all the fruit immediately gets put into jams or pies.
Right.
Like this time of year, it's totally connected.
And the funny thing is, this is the farthest thing from pumpkin pie. This is closer to peach pie than pumpkin
Yeah.
pie. But that's why this is so cool. Yo, we've got a million pumpkin sets. I love to see what else can be done with it around Halloween time.
It's definitely in there. Don't get us wrong, but
Right.
it's funny how having the pumpkin in there helps you smell the other parts
Right.
oddly better.
Well, and again, the pumpkin is a fruit. So it
It
makes
is
perfect sense.
So do you see what I mean by it's like a gourmandie, but it's not? It's like its own category.
Wow. And somehow, even though this is bright and floral, and I don't think you get thrown out of bed for saying it'd be apropos for springtime, but those florals somehow have an autumn feel to them for me, like a warm feel, even though they're lighter and sweeter. I don't sense these as like the carnation spring flower that's in Spring Cabin. This is different.
Totally different. Which is funny because even on our walk yesterday, we were having the thought of like the sun is so warm, but the wind is so cold that you can tell fall is in the air.
Right.
And somehow that's captured in here.
You can feel that the earth is cool enough that even though there's bright sun, it's not enough to heat it anymore. We're getting hit with that sunlight at an angle now. And when the breeze hits you, it's more cold than it is warm. And that's kind of around here how you know that shift has happened.
Can't you smell that there?
Oh, 100% that's in there because we do. We have beautiful florals on that walk, but on autumn time, they do start to kind of drop off the vine and they take on a more unique scent in super late summer and fall. And this is still kind of early fall, let's be honest, because fall doesn't switch to winter until like 3 days before Christmas. So, y'all, the more summery part of autumn, I think, is captured in here, and it's phenomenal.
And we were just watching on YouTube, Instagram. There was a harvest festival in Half Moon Bay the other day, and they were weighing pumpkins to see who had the biggest one. They get a ribbon and all the things. And let me just say, after watching, we had no idea how much pumpkins could weigh.
Y'all, I guess like 400 pounds, 500. She's like, oh, no, keep climbing. You go by the thousands. I'm like, wait, what? And it was like 2,200 pounds? Like this truck was like sitting on its axle? I mean, how much water and fertilizer can possibly make 2,200 pounds of pumpkin?
I have so many questions. Like, do they put the straps under before the pumpkin grows? Like, how do you move it? How do you weigh the pumpkin?
You know, I actually do have a really interesting story about a pumpkin that happened to me once, but we are going to have to look at the scent notes first. All right, y'all, back to the sales page at MacDuffSoapCompany.com. You know what I love, Sean? I love that he trolled the entire wet shaving world hard and actually put rotting pumpkin flesh and decaying leaves as scent notes. Now, hold on. If you are a bit new to this hobby, there are artisans who will actually put rotting pumpkin stuff into a soap. Check previous episodes. So I love that even though we are far too grown up to not get the side eye if we were to go Halloweening, this is a trick or treat that you saw happen right here on the show, and it'll happen to you when you're shaved in, because when you open this and you are expecting rot and decay,
brace yourself,
and you get exactly the opposite, it's just going to make you smile and slightly curse Sean's name. Back to our list of scent notes on the sales page.
It straight up says rotting pumpkin flesh.
Lies!
Decaying leaves.
Lies! But hold on. Beautiful pumpkin flesh.
Yes.
Fresh. You just took the top off your jack-o'-lantern pumpkin flesh. And a beautiful, subtle petrichor sense. Do you get that in the decaying leaves?
I didn't realize it was there as much, but I do get it. I am outside. Like, there's some part of me that knows immediately I'm in the outdoors while I'm smelling these.
And you know what's funny? This might be the least gourmandy MacDuff that we have yet. I don't really sense any of the sort of beautiful nuttiness or creaminess that sometimes is like existing under the surface.
Right. But I think that's what I meant by like it being a fruit,
Right.
but it's not a gourmand, but it is because it's real edible things.
Well, and I
it's
think
just
that's
not
why
cooked.
the trick and treat continues.
Yes.
Because it is edible things that aren't put together in an edible way, which is like MacDuff's Inside Out. That's
pretty much.
Gorgeous.
There you go. Okay, so we do have also aging wood.
Right.
Peach, violet, black currant, vanilla, coconut, sandalwood, cedarwood, tonka bean, patchouli, vetiver.
Okay,
a
so
lot of things.
Hold on, y'all. The peach and the violet are coming together in here to almost give this a gorgeous sense that you just left a barbershop.
Yeah, like I almost want to wear that as like an EDP. No hints there, Sean.
How do you get the vanilla and the sandalwood together? Because for me, those two are being friends, and it's gorgeous.
There's something like that's coming across as a brisk vibe.
Oh.
And I don't know if it's just because of how bright the fruit is,
Right.
but it's making it feel like that chill in the air that's happening.
I think it's the cedar wood.
Oh,
because what
maybe.
Sean does with cedar is amazing.
That actually might
Autumn
be it.
Cabin.
Mixed with the black currant, maybe
Right.
something. Something sneaky is happening in a wonderful way. It's just fun to try and figure out.
And I love that this doesn't go deep. I know we're reading patchouli and vetiver, but y'all, those stay at like 50% and above. Those do not put down roots.
Yep, and same thing for the tonka bean. It's just enough to warm it up, but it doesn't really pull it in a dark way.
And I love when I see vanilla with tonka bean because it means all of your bases are covered and you're going to get even just a subtle sense of like a rich chocolatey something under the surface of that vanilla with the tonka. Love this.
Personally, I would want to start my day smelling this. I know it's called Hallowed Sky and it's dark and all the things, but there's something fun and bright. Like, I just feel like instead of having a piece of candy, I'd want to go towards this maybe or something.
Right. Well, if you stay up late enough, this could be a morning soap on
Right.
Halloween.
There
Who
you go.
knows? All right, y'all. It is time to build our haunted lather, but we need to take this a little deeper first. All right, y'all, so this is my Barbershop Duet bowl from Philip Sharp. That's Sharp Shaver. This is one of the prototypes. I love
buttery
this bowl.
soft soap
this
here,
is the
y'all.
softest soap in the business. Y'all. Look at that. This is my AKA Foxy brush. It's got a cashmere knot on it, and it was made by Amelia and Gardner at AKA Brushworks. They do superlative work, y'all, and they turn them live on YouTube if you want to watch yours being made. So here is how we do our lathers here at the Barbershop Duet. So we get our bougie sprayer, our Smulders Memorial bougie sprayer, and we spray the water so it's got a little bit of water on it, but we let the water kind of fall into the bottom of the bowl there. Maybe 9 or 10 sprays of the bougie sprayer. You may not have to be back for water. And then we're just going to start to introduce these bristles. Now, they're going to get a little wet from the water that we put in there already. In fact, you can get them a little wet. Just let them tickle the water down below. And then they're gonna go over the soap here. But here's the thing, and here's how we do things a little different here at the Barbershop Duet. After you've started to load the bristles one way and then the other way, we're going to turn the brush. And then we're going to do it again because I want the soap on as much of those bristles as could possibly happen because I want to load that lather from the brush, not from the bottom of the bowl. So I'm going to turn my brush again and keep going. So just about the time those bristles themselves have pulled about 80% of the soap off the bottom of the bowl, now I'm going to dive down into the water there, and I'm going to let that lather be made in between the bristles of that brush, not against the bottom of the bowl. And y'all, look at that.
Things are happening.
Look at that. Now, Foxy Matt tub loads, but we're going to watch that over on That's Incredible on Channel 4. And y'all, I love making a MacDuff's lather because it sounds like an old lather mug in an old barbershop. You just got
a little
that
slop that
yeah,
happens.
you got that ASMR foamy sound going on with your MacDuff's lathers. Y'all,
Ooh, things are
beautiful.
waking
I know.
up.
Y'all, I don't think I have ever had a soap wake up more than
Really?
this one.
I was
did.
just smelling it from here.
And
I wasn't
the lather.
sure.
This is insane. This is beautiful. Y'all, this is twice as beautiful in the lather as it is on the puck. You're not going to believe this.
Really?
All right, y'all. So this is the Beetlejuice with on 3. 1, 2. Whoa. Whoa.
Ah, interesting.
Whoa, what is that? That comes out twice as much in the lather. That's bananas.
I get
There's
more
no
depth.
bananas in it.
There's no bananas, but I do get more depth, like the woody side. I know
Right.
I've listed a few different types of wood. I do feel like that is definitely more at the end I'm getting now.
I get the fruit and the pumpkin. The beautiful, fresh, raw pumpkin flesh with the strings and the seeds.
Right. I didn't realize I would ever enjoy like pumpkin flesh as part of a but it's working here, y'all. I got to tell you, it's fun and different. I am a fan. I'm a fan.
And without the other spice going on, without the cinnamon, without any of that stuff that normally accompanies pumpkin, you can find the spice that the pumpkin naturally has on its own. It's there. Like, think about it. Think about smelling a raw pumpkin. There's a reason it's pumpkin. It's got a lot more natural spice to it than a butternut. You know what I'm talking about? And yo, when the deacon shaves, we like to see how the lather covers the face. So while we don't do shaving here on the Barbershop Duet, may I do the honors?
Yes, please.
We will show you how this lather coats.
Oh,
Y'all,
it smells good up close.
that's all you need. Look at that. Look at that.
It's got 3D action happening.
Y'all, peaks and valleys. I love using them. My face isn't even wet. And look at this.
It smells really luxurious, y'all, close to the face, let me just say.
Just feels like a coat of armor on my face. It's beautiful.
If you could make autumn the fanciest slushy you ever could think of,
Right.
I feel like that's here. I don't know why. It's like summer and haunted things put together.
There is also a sense of like the world's most fabulous autumn tea.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
not a gourmand, but like I brew this.
Right. Because there's not spice like you normally would think, but there's something about the fruit here. Like it's more of the fruity side of the tea.
And y'all, more floral, but more masculine floral than I usually find in a MacDuff by about double. So if you do love your gentle, subtle masculine florals, they are here for you.
The violet and the black currant is some kind of secret witch spell happening.
Right.
And the peach and pumpkin are friends, and then it's got that woodsy kind of after little flow happening, like somehow cologne.
Well, where else have you seen peach and pumpkin together, y'all? You don't. Welcome to the wet shaving world, mysteries and wonders, because these two should have been friends my whole life. This is amazing. So there was one year I grabbed myself a giant pumpkin, put it in the back of my station wagon, because in a couple of days I'm going to carve it, And when I went to lunch that day, everything was fine. Well, I got in my car to go home, and when I opened the door, it kind of smelled like 9 or 10 zombies had crawled in there and died. Like something, it's the kind of thing where you just freeze and go,
that's not
Mom! Mom! Because it was bad. And what had happened was that pumpkin was rotten when I had picked it out from the pumpkin patch, and I didn't know. And it had rotted inside, and in my 100-degree car, I hadn't realized it had gotten that hot that day. And it decided to break open in the back of my
sledge of pumpkin mix.
And for the next 3 years,
Hi-yi-yi.
until I sold it, you knew exactly what happened when you got in that car. And I wasn't the biggest fan of pumpkin for a while.
I know it's kind of weird to say, but this scent to me is just gorgeous. It's so unexpected and perplexing in the best way.
And to be a pumpkin scent without a spice is absolutely ballsy, and boy, did that pay off in spades. I love having a soap that is outside the box and yet works so completely well as this. I mean, come on. Peach, pumpkin, sandalwood, you would never think those would go together. To just give you this sense of a fabulous, like, picnic on an autumn afternoon surrounded by flowers. This is way too beautiful for that label.
If I lived somewhere that it was hot during fall, like it just didn't get cool enough to actually enjoy all those spices and other things that people are kind of coming out with during this season, this is the soap I'd want to have. Like if I was going to a tropical vacation during fall.
So it's pretty simple, y'all. Just be Sean and MacDuff sitting around plotting your Halloween soap this year, and you decide you're going to do a little bit of trolling. Well, you're going to make that sticker look as scary as possible. You're going to make it sound like these set notes are the scariest things possible. But when you open the soap, trick or treat, you're going to get you around! So, head over to MacDuff'sSoapCompany.com to find this and a bunch of other cool stuff.
All right, y'all, I am back from my shave with Hallowed Sky, and this lather was glorious. I could just smell it all through the bathroom as I was working on it, and I just enjoyed having that fresh, fun, fruity side to the holidays. Thank you for blowing a fast one on us, Sean. It was super fun, but I will definitely be coming back to this, I think, a lot even in spring with all the fruits that are in here, so I am so glad to have this in our day. Welcome to Messages!
Hey y'all, so today is your last chance to get in on our October giveaway, which is a $20 e-gift card to Southern Witchcraft. And all you have to do to be eligible is send us an email here to WeSentYou@theBarbershopDuet.com so that we can get back to you. And check back in here on November 2nd when we have our Alexa help us choose our lucky winner on the show.
Best of luck!
Wow, the prettiest MacDuff's we have done so far.
I would agree, I think.
Wow, this is really beautiful, Sean.
I feel like we always have a certain expectation for some of our MacDuffs now because every time our socks get blown off and they just continue to get blown off.
Y'all, I was thinking Halloween was going to be awesome. This is way beyond what I was expecting. Well, I had read the Rotten Decay set
That's true.
so I guess there is
but
that.
We bought it anyway, so here we are.
And when you do go to the pumpkin patch this year, just don't leave it in your car. Hey, send us pictures of Halloween costumes in the Discord.
Please.
We'd love to see them.
Don't forget your next appointment with the Barbershop Duet.
Ooh, you'll smell scarier just watching this.